Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and today I'm wearing white because we're gonna do another palette bingo. This video is in collaboration with my girl Kailee Wesley here on YouTube. If you want to meet and watch the sweetest human being I've ever met, you will love Kailee Wesley. We had kind of a weird conversation where I expressed that her voice was very calming to me, very ASMR, if you will. I'm like, is that weird? And she was like, no. And that is just exactly how sweet Kailee is. So what are we doing today? We are doing a multi-palette bingo, my first multi-palette bingo, with the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette and the Violet Voss Flamingo palette, two palettes that we both have. Another first for me today is I did go ahead and use a screen recording function on my phone, and I did my random numbers that way. So I'm going to put that up on the screen while I tell you what shades I got from which palettes. In the Jaclyn Hill palette, you will know that I didn't cheat on this palette bingo because of the shades that I got. So the first number I got was 4, which is MFEO, which is great for transition. The second shade that I received was Hustle, which is kind of the curveball in the numbers that I received because it's a very cool toned shadow. And you'll see why that's a curveball in just a second. The last shade that I got in Jaclyn here was number 8, Creamsicle. And then in the Flamingo palette, I first got number 6, which is this shade right here called Tidal Wave. Very, very pretty. And then I got number 19, which is Sandals, this nice rusty brown shade down here. And then I got number 12, which is Sunbathe. So I'm a little thrown by these numbers. I'm going to quick swatch them out for you so you can see what we're working with, and then we will get started. So here is what we're looking like. These are from Jaclyn and these are from Violet Voss. Swatched out, I guess it looks a little less confusing, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and have a little think and then we will get started. I promise. Alright, so my eyelids are already primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and I did set from crease to brow with the shade Sand from the Violet Voss palette. I think I'm going to go ahead and use number 12, Sunbathe from the Violet Voss palette as my transition shade. Just blow it out softly in the crease and transition area. And I think the best method of execution here might be a halo eye, which I suck at. So let's talk Kailee. This girl, she is so nice. I mean, I think everybody that I've met on YouTube for the most part is really nice, but she's just like beyond that nice and just was like, sure, whatever you want to do. And I've been wanting to collaborate with her for a while, just life, you know, but we did finally, you know, have a meeting of the minds and decided on doing a multi-palette bingo, which I, again, was very excited for since I've never done one before. Kailee and I decided to take 3 shades from each palette here. So here goes nothing. Alright, next in the crease, I'm going to go ahead and start with this shade right here called Sandals from the Violet Voss palette right here. And I'm going to try to go in low and slow and keep it really relatively low down on the crease because I still need to use MFEO and Creamsicle up here from Jaclyn. So I'm going to first pat this on the outer V of my eye where I want the most pigment to be. And then I'm going to tap it in the crease, almost like on top of my eyelid, and then start blending and working it into the crease. So new addiction, as if I needed one, true crime, specifically from Paulina Beauty, who I will link below. I also will link her makeup and murder playlist. Oh my goodness. You know, if I'm being honest, Paulina's Swedish, and at first when I started seeing her makeup and murder videos show up in my feed, I was like, eh, you know, it's Swedish, it's not anything I would have heard of, that kind of thing. But then, on a whim, I started watching one the other day, or rather listening to one, and, you know, she just does her makeup while she's telling a story, telling about a mystery, an unsolved case, a solved case, a cold case, whatever the case may be. And I'm also going to do the same thing with the same shade on the inner corner. It's so good. It is so good. I've never watched anything like that. I'm not a true crime junkie by any means, and I kind of am now. I think we're getting to a good shape here with the halo eye. You know, that remains to be seen, but we'll find out. I think really still the wrench that I have in this color story is this cool tone shade called Hustle from Jaclyn over here. So, meanwhile, I'm going to take a little bit of MFEO and kind of layer that on the outside and the inside of my lid. Just hopefully by layering that with sandals, it'll make it a little bit deeper and, you know, more of a gradient, more smooth. And I can always go back in and add more of the rust if need be. But we gotta use them all. Alright, next shade in Jaclyn here, I'm gonna go into Creamsicle and hopefully just highlight, you know, the top part here a little bit, add a little brightness. I mean, when I saw all these warm colors, I'm like, well, at least they'll know I didn't cheat with the random number generator. Good grief. These are definitely not the shades I would have picked from these two palettes. But I'm so excited to see what Kailee got. I think it's more fun to do like a surprise situation when you're collabing on something like this where you're both doing a similar look. Going to go ahead and put some glitter glue on the center of each of my lids, and then we're going to dive into a tidal wave. Alrighty, glitter glue is on. We're going into this beautiful shade Tidal Wave right here. I'm very curious how many of you are into true crime. It's only come to my attention within the last probably 3 or 4 months that that's like really a thing here on YouTube. Like there's a lot of true crime channels. I had no idea because I'm not really a true crime person. Like I don't watch the ID channel or, you know, things like that that would lead me to even wonder if YouTube had, you know, true crime channels. I think it's cool though. I mean, what a source of entertainment for those that do like that kind of thing. So I'm interested to check out, you know, some other true crime peeps. If you have any recommendations, that would be awesome.
I suck at halo eyes. This is a train wreck of a halo eye.
Okay, I think maybe if we go back in with Creamsicle from Jaclyn over here, might look a little more connected. I just struggle with the shape and everything. Also wondering if I should maybe bring in another shade from the Violet Voss palette to highlight the center of the lid. Maybe take a little focus off the fact, like, it just looks harsh to me with this turquoise turquoise and all these warm orangey shades. It's hard to say. All right, back into creamsicle here.
Guys, this is terrible.
Wonder what will happen if we tap a little of Hustle over Tidal Wave. Just maybe knock it back a little bit. Let's try. Alright, and then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to pat a little Hustle on the outer edges of the turquoise. Try and get a softer blend, maybe. That is kind of the fun thing, though, about palette bingos. It's all an experiment, isn't it? I've seen some real doozies where, you know, people got shades that were just like, whoa, how are we going to put those together? And then it works out, and it's kind of fun. I like that better. Much better, in fact. Okay, I think for the lower lash line, I might just go ahead and do some more of Hustle. I always want to call it Subtle for some reason. That's weird. I'm just going to smudge that along the whole lower lash line. Now, okay, I decided that for the inner corner, I'm going to go ahead and use my Pixie highlighter that I used for my face today. This is repressed, so it doesn't look anything like the actual product, so I'm just not even going to bother telling you what it is. But it is just a light peachy highlighter. Alright, this is what we are looking like. I'm going to pop off of here, do liner and mascara, and I will come back to do a lip with you guys, and then we will wrap this video up. Alrighty then, we are back. I did something with my hair for you guys, and we're gonna do lips. And the one good thing that came out of this wacky color combination for this palette bingo is that I get to use a new lippy that I picked up. I have been craving a burnt orange lipstick since I saw Hannah Louise Poston originally wear Faded Clementine from the... I'll put it on the screen, I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, so I've been looking for a burnt orange lippy, but I didn't necessarily want a liquid lipstick, and so the one that I found is the Maybelline Color Sensation in the shade Spice for Me, and it is orange, baby. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and then we will wrap it up. Ta-da! Who knew I could pull off this orange lippy? I love it. I got a compliment. I wore this to Walmart yesterday, this lippy, and I got several compliments while walking around the store, and that leads me to believe that it looks pretty special. Anyhow, that is it. This was my train wreck of a multi-palette bingo for the first time with my girl Kailee Wesley here on YouTube. I will have Kaylee's information as well as her video linked down in the description box, as well as her beautiful face on my end screen, where you can click to go to her channel and subscribe to her right away. And thank you to you, Kailee, for being my partner in my very first multi-palette bingo. You are the sweetest girl. I enjoy your channel so much. She always says, "Hello, beautiful eyeshadow lovers," when she starts a video. And that just speaks immediately to my heart because, yes, I love eyeshadow. So, with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful bingo makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon.